We moved from the big brown couch into the newsroom this morning because we're going to talk about refrigerator safety. Standing here with me, Bethany Thayer. She is a registered dietitian, and I want to be healthy. I never thought, and I clean my refrigerator once every, but I never thought how important it is. How important is it to make sure your refrigerator is clean?
You know, actually, there can be a lot of pathogens in the refrigerator, and if we don't clean them, then they can get into our food.
How often should you clean it? Once a month?
It's interesting
once
that you
a week?
say it right.
Like I do?
You know, and the American Dietetic Association and ConAgra Food had just done a survey that found that 20% of people said that the refrigerator wasn't cleaned at all, and 18% didn't even know. So about half of the people we're not doing a very good job on.
Clean it once a month?
Once a week, actually. It's a good time to go through and get rid of some of the items that are in there. The perishable foods in there really only last about 3 to 5 days. So we need to get rid of those.
All right, now I'm going to open up the Fox 2 refrigerator. This is what everyone in this newsroom, where they have their lunches. Are you ready, Bethany?
I'm ready.
I'm a little afraid.
Okay.
I hope we've cleaned it.
I think it's good.
We're good, Scotty? He's shaking his head.
I have faith.
Wow, dun, dun. Oh, it's not bad. I've seen much worse, and believe me, Bethany, I've smelled much worse when you open this door. But we're doing good right now. Now talk about what we're looking at, and I see a temperature in there.
Right, so the first thing you want to look at for a safe refrigerator is to make sure that it's at the proper temperature. So a refrigerator needs to be at 40 degrees or lower in order to keep that food safe.
Okay.
And really the only way you're going to know if it's at that temperature is if you've got a thermometer in the refrigerator.
Okay.
So refrigerators, they vary in temperature throughout the day, throughout the season, depending on how many times we open and close that door.
Right.
So it is important to watch that thermometer.
And we've been opening and closing a lot, so it's the temperature may be a little off, but we're good right now.
Looks at 40 degrees, you're good.
And then you have the stuff that's in here. You got to make sure everything's, I guess, closed, because that's when you start getting into the bacterial contamination.
That is exactly right. So I mentioned that the perishable foods, you only really have about a 3 to 5 day shelf life. And then you also want to make sure that they are wrapped so that they're not contaminating the other foods. I do notice that there isn't any labels on here so that we know how long that food has been in there. So having labeling that food is also going to be very important.
We do know that that is Ed's leftover right there.
I see that. I see that.
I wonder what's in there. Who knows?
But we could put labels on so that we knew what it was in there, and then we knew how long it's been in there.
Right. Now, when we talk about making sure that we're safe when it comes to bacteria, you have a test that can be done?
Right. So, you know, we can look at this refrigerator, and it looks pretty clean from the naked eye.
So we have a test that's here, yeah?
But we do have a couple tests that we can do. We have a swab.
Okay.
And this swab, we can swab an area in the refrigerator.
Go ahead and show the camera real quick what you have. There's the swab, and you just do what?
And so we're going to swab just an area here in the refrigerator.
Okay.
About 4 inches.
All right.
Make sure that we get all of it.
Okay. Right next to the spaghetti bowl.
Right next to the spaghetti. We'll stick it back in.
Okay. Close the swab up. There we go.
Close it up. Shake it nice and good.
Okay.
Now, it takes about 10 minutes for us to get a reading on it, but we did one about 10 minutes ago.
We did one about 10 minutes ago, so we'll see what our reading is.
So we'll see the reading here.
Everyone in the newsroom, how
green is good.
Green is good?
Green means clean.
Really? It's green?
Yes, green is clean.
Yes!
Had it been purple, then we would have seen some mold is present. And that wouldn't necessarily have said that it's a bad mold. It just would have said that, you know what, we probably need to clean that refrigerator.
All right, thank you, Bethany, very much for coming in. We appreciate your time this morning. Registered dietitian. I'm sure we'll have more information on our website. And of course, I'm sure Dina will have a bit more later on today on Fox 2 News at 5 o'clock. Cam, over to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Lee.